Buckingham Palace and other royal homes was turned down to 19 degrees Celsius in the winter to cut emissions. However, the royal family's spending is up for the second year running. Let's speak to Nick Dixon, who's at Buckingham Palace. Good morning to you, Nick. With people worried about their mortgages and the cost of food and so on, I suppose a day like this where we hear about how much the royal family is spending is probably quite an uncomfortable day.
Yeah, it's just an extra level of scrutiny, really, for a day or two at least. And also it raises that sort of annual question round here of whether or not the royal family are worth the money or value for money. They will certainly argue over the last 12 months. It's been a really quite exceptional period for them, of course, with the Platinum Jubilee and all the celebrations taking place there. But also on top of that, the Queen's funeral and all the build-up as well to the coronation. So in terms of the finances, they've had to dip into the reserves. Now we can look and have a look at the royal accounts now, and we can see firstly that the official spending is up by £5.1 million, or 5% to £107.5 million. The taxpayer-funded sovereign grant remains the same as last year, £86.3 million. That works out around about £1.29 per person in the UK. And as you highlighted earlier, the King is at least making a gesture in terms of cutting costs and being aware that there is a cost of living crisis and trying to save money.
I think that the palace and King Charles will be disappointed that this year the costs have gone up. By making gestures such as turning down the heating in his palaces and castles, he's trying to show that he is in touch, he understands, he's listening to the fact that so many people are suffering with the cost of living crisis.
Now, separate accounts show that Prince William had a private income over the last 12 months of £6 million, though that could rise to nearly £20 million, given his new title. In terms of diversity targets, Prince William's royal household did meet them in terms of the amount of staff that they're employing, but the King did not managed to reach the diversity targets for his royal household, and it's a pretty meagre target as well. It's only 10%. So it's those kind of details as well around here that will be a little bit uncomfortable for the royals.
Nick Dixon, thank you so much.